What habits are keeping you poor? Everyone has the potential to be wealthy, but some people bury their potential through various activities. We will identify some of the habits that keep you poor in ways to overturn those habits to build wealth for yourself. Here are some 12 money tips on having better financial control. 12. Don't have a budget. What you are earning, spending, and saving will correlate in what is called a budget. There was never a financial goal that someone without a budget realized. Knowing how much you intend to spend can make you spend less because then you buy things consciously. Since a budget is easy to draw, it can be done by anyone, and it is the key to becoming financially liberated. 11. Unaware of spending habits. Not understanding your spending pattern will be the reason you continue to wallow in poverty. You need to write out what you spend on and what you need. When you realize how distant the two lists are, you will know that there is a problem. Not spending on the right things is tied to not having a budget. You need to start focusing on your needs and limiting your wants if you hope to get out of being poor. Not knowing how much you've spent is the easiest way to spend more, so spend it intentionally. 10. Impulse spending. If you have to constantly convince yourself that a needless item is a need, not a want, you are an impulse buyer trying to make peace with yourself. Impulse buying is when you snatch up anything you see, whether they are on sale or not. You don't plan the purchases and throw your budget out of the window once you see things you like. Anyone like this is also in financial distress. You will not be in your best financial state because even when you finish your budget, you can go out and make more shopping decisions that affect your pocket. Refraining from this habit is difficult. You have to tell yourself daily before you step out that you will adhere to your budget. This will help you become a conscious spender. 9. Keeping up with peers. We can all say that we don't compare ourselves to others, but deep down, we know we have those we wish we could be. Jealousy and competition are natural human traits that we all exhibit at one point or the other, admittedly or otherwise. Competition is a psychological trigger that can cause you to overspend. The worst spending decisions can be born out of refusing to seem beneath your neighbor, family member, or friends. You will end up buying things which you are not prepared to buy. Your motivation to stay away from the competition is the fact that you have an end goal. If you are saving towards retirement or paying off a mortgage, it is a better priority than getting a new watch because your cousin got one for the family cookout. Secure your future of some petty competition with someone who doesn't know that the said competition exists. 8. One source of income. Your salary being your sole source of income is a deadly bargain. Jobs are not as secure as they used to be, as the pandemic has taught us. With over 21 million Americans losing their jobs during the pandemic, a salary being the only source of income is a recipe for disaster. Saving your money is not the ideal way either, although it is not the worst idea. It would be best if you found ways to let your money work for you. This is by investing in a diversified portfolio that produces other incomes. This way, you are safe when there is a sudden halt in your income flow from one end. Don't think it is too early for you to start investing. Everyone needs more security than a single source of income. 7. Quantity over quality. The best way to explain this point is to use examples that we have all lived through. So say that you want to buy a pair of sunglasses. Some cost 3 digits, and then those that cost 2 digits. From their prices, we can quickly determine what is fake and what isn't. In the long run, one of them will last for a long time while the other breaks as soon as you mistakenly drop it. Then you have to buy another one. So you buy 6 of the sunglasses at twice the price that you could have bought the one of high quality. So why go into debt buying something because it costs less when you buy another soon? Another analogy to shirts. Fast fashion is when we purchase low-quality clothing items that we wear an average of 7 times. If you bought 15 shirts at the same price that someone bought 3 quality shirts, their 3 could outlive all 10 of yours. And according to research, you might not wear all 10 before they become too small for you. So why buy less quality which has a low lifespan? This cycle contributes to your being poor. 6. No long-term goals. This point is specifically for younger millennials and Gen Z. Our goals for the future are non-existent as we are cruising on vibes. Those who have dreams about the future have created these vague cinematic goals for the future. Once your goals are unrealistic and almost non-existent, you tend to be more carefree with money. Once you leave your goals open, you tend to spend without worrying about saving and investments. Research and setting specific goals are rare among young people now. Everyone wants to retire early, but there is no goal towards that. It seems we all leave it to chance and some miracle money that we envision will drop on our laps. Having goals will quickly help you allocate your money towards them. 5. No investment. If you have your money in a savings account, it qualifies as an investment. The bank takes your cash deposit and invests it. The only difference is that a savings account is a low-yielding investment. That is the nature of cash and savings. The bank makes money off it, and you only see a wind of it. So if you have any money that you don't need immediately, then you should invest it. As a factor of investment, you could be facing some risks, but without risk, you cannot move out of your poverty. Investing in low-risk businesses produces low returns, and the opposite is true for high-risk investments. Whatever you choose, invest in something. 4. Avoiding debt. People may have accumulated so much debt that the thought of it could make them scared. Once they start cringing at the amount they have to pay back, they start to avoid it altogether. Some of the easiest culprits here are those who use credit cards for the points. The best way to deal with this is to learn to face your debt. Acknowledging it becomes the first step of paying them off. So open your mail and learn how much you owe. Once you have that information, you can start planning your payment plan. To go ahead first, pay all your utility and other fixed bills first. Then start paying from the account with the smallest balance upwards. With this motivation, you will pay your debts in no time and have the chance to relax and start enjoying a debt-free life. 3. No financial plan. A financial plan is not the same as a budget. However, not having either of them is a sure way to remain poor. A financial plan is where you want to see yourself in a decade or even 3. Your focus in your 20s or 30s should be targeted at retirement. If you want to retire early, set your financial plan shorter, and the opposite for those who want to work till the legally required age. The financial plan should be a model of your life for the long term and how you will achieve it. Your investments and how they are expected to grow should also be reflected in this plan. Setting up a financial plan will help you navigate financial decisions with a goal in mind. 2. Gadget upgrade. Some people cannot live without the latest iPhone. Buying gadgets is not wrong, and buying what you need is even better, but you have to minimize the craving for updated gadgets when you know the budget restraints. An obsession with the latest gadgets will only leave you with a whole house of items you don't need, and then you will hold on to them for the sake of a false sense of wealth. That way you believe that you are doing well because you could buy all these items. However, if you can't buy 5 of them, you can't afford one. Spending on gadgets is not a healthy habit because gadgets are the priciest things in our lives. So buying an Apple Watch when you have the time on your phone is exhibit of you staying poor due to unnecessary expenditure. 1. Retail therapy. Some people exercise, listen to music, or sit at the beach to release stress. In the case of overspenders, shopping gives them the therapy they need. Shopping causes the same level of happiness as the other activities we mentioned, but at least those cost nothing. If you decide to go shopping every time you need a mood uplift, you could become addicted. A study found that almost 96% of people have shopped online to make themselves feel better. The study revealed that the most common items include travel tickets, entertainment, and electronics. This habit requires professional help because the triggers that lead to you choosing shopping as a coping mechanism must be identified and averted to avoid you ending up in debt. Which of these habits do you identify with? What is your plan for financial liberation moving forward? Please share your thoughts with us in the comments.